Hello everybody, this is the thejonnymar, and we are about to watch a very somber scene. So we get to learn a little bit about Setzer's backstory with Darill. I really like the look of Darill. She has a very unique character sprite. Plus, we get this really awesome theme music. Definitely one of my favorite in the game. Who wouldn't be? Wow, that awesome background. Sorry, Setzer. This game is all about the tragic backstory. Now, I never understood this. It comes up out of the water, and it's an open air platform, so you would think if it was underwater like that, they would be completely deluged and probably drown, or at least be pulled off of the ship. But whatever. Video games. So, we are technically now able to go after Kefka. We have finished the linear part of the storyline, and the world is now opened up. It's that special point in any Final Fantasy game where you are basically able to do whatever you want. Now the game does try to guide you into the next area by giving you this little bird prompt. So the bird is going to guide you to the town of Miranda, and then there's a scene in Miranda that will guide you to the next character, but I'm going to do a little bit of sequence breaking because my goal in this game is to get as powerful as I can as quickly as I can. And to do that, I am not going to be heading to Miranda. At least, not to get the character the game is trying to get me to go after. So this is all automatic. You're forced to do this. For the next couple seconds anyway. And I'm going to land really quick and save because I haven't done so since complete Darill's Tomb. But the area I'm going to go to next is, actually I'm going to look for Master Duncan. Remember, I mentioned earlier that Duncan's wife, if you talk to her, says that he's actually still alive north of Narshe. And so I'm going to head up that way. And we're looking for a little formation, a cross formation of trees. And it should be roughly around... there it is. And then we have to walk into the middle tree in order to activate the Duncan sequence. And it's Bannon! Or a palette swap, which means it's Duncan. And surprisingly, he doesn't have a a picture like they added for all the other characters. And I like his reaction to them thinking he was dead. Well, he really cared for you, you old fool. Crying is appropriate. Pried its jaws open and climb back out. Wow. Want to join our party? We'd love to have you. Having another Blitz Master would be pretty awesome. But no. He's got to be the sensei who just sits back and lets his pupil go after the ultimate enemy. As he pummels Sabin. This qualify as elder abuse? Probably not, because Duncan's not a dependent. He seems pretty spry and able to take care of himself. Jeez. And this is Sabin's ultimate blitz technique. Formerly called the Bum Rush. Now it's called the Phantom Rush. And this does massive damage, especially if you've been building up Sabin's magic stat, which I have been. So we're going to be able to max out the damage of this pretty quickly. I'm going to guess it's probably around the 8,000s by now. It is a difficult blitz to do. Basically, you have to do Zangief's spinning pile driver from Street Fighter. Which I always sucked at, but I'm pretty competent when it comes to the Bum Rush. Alright, and now we're going to go after our next character, and that character is actually in Narshe. So by heading in here, we're going to activate a little sequence that's going to show us which character we can get. Hey, it's Lone Wolf. Or Pickpocket. A lousy Moogle. And we need some kind of treasure hunter to open up all the locked doors. Well, those are the two next characters that I want to get. A Moogle and also Locke. So let's head into the mines and see if we can find Mog. Remember, I let him plummet to his death in the first part of the game, or seemingly plummet to his death. But I didn't. He's okay, and now we can find him. So we're finally going to have some new enemies. The end of the world did create new beasties around much of the world. So we have these Magna Rollers, or Rollers. Here's Bum Rush. Bam! 8,500 points of damage. Not much can stand up to that. And like I said, it's going to be maxed out with all 9s pretty quickly. You are limited in this game to the 9999 damage limit. You can't break that like you can in some of the other Final Fantasies. Ouch. So this is pretty much what you're going to want to use with Sabin the rest of the game. Whether it's single or multi-enemy attacks. The only weakness, of course, is that it doesn't attack more than one enemy at a time, and it's random who it picks. But it's especially good for bosses, because there you don't have to worry about what enemy you're attacking. Oh, and the encounter rate, of course, is massive. Alright. I actually got one of Setzer's slots to work. That's rare. It did a whopping 500 damage. So as Lone Wolf mentioned, all of the doors in Narshe are locked, and that's unfortunate because there's some pretty awesome items in Narshe for us to pick up. There's some Magicite, there's a couple of armor type pieces that we can get. and so on and so forth. And they will allow us to get some of the ultimate spells in the game, which I'm pretty excited about. And that's why I do this as quickly as possible, because I want to build my characters up very fast. I got another slot to work, wow. But in order to open those doors, we need Locke, and Locke is, as you might remember from Colingin, searching out the fabled treasure. Probably something related to Rachel. Is there any particular mythical beast in lore that can bring back the dead? Or comes back from the dead, viewers? Can you think of it? Well, that's where we're going to head, looking for that mythical creature. In the form of Magicite, of course. And normally to do that, you need 2 parties, but getting Mog allows us to bypass that requirement to a certain extent. And I'll be touching on that in more depth once we get to that place, without spoiling too much. So we're traversing some older ground here, back from our first multi-party battle, and we saved Terra with the Mughals. Here's another unique enemy, the Wizard. Guys are annoying. They like to use Osmosis, which drains your magic. But obviously, they haven't really used any spells, so they're not going to get much out of that ability at this point. Let's take an Aura Bolt. And then you saw the Man-Eater there on Setzer. As long as you're attacking a human character or humanoid character, it does twice as much damage. Alright, I'm done with these random battles. Let's just go here. And now we're actually going to get Kupo! Indeed he can talk. And because we got him now, bam, we get this other little effect. And that's done because in the first part of the game, he was in that sitting position. And so they had to do something to get him back into that position for this part. Old dude named Ramu. In the original, the translation was a psycho named Ramu kept coming to me in my dreams. I like that version better. And he mentions a Yeti. Yes, there is a Yeti character we can pick up, but his actions are completely random, so I actually don't use him very much. Now, head forward, and we get the Molu's charm, or the Mughal charm as it was originally called. And we can open this chest and get our second ribbon. That's another upgraded chest from the first part of the game. Now that charm that we got, basically as long as you wear it with Mog in your party, you will not get into random battles. So I am going to be using that a lot during the next part of the game. I don't like random battles, and basically because of that, I'm going to have Mog in my party much of the game, and I'm going to avoid random battles like the Plague. Because I can always grind levels later in the game before we take on the final dungeons. So next time we're going to go searching for Locke. And we're also going to get all of Mog's dances. And I will do a quick primer on that in my next episode. So as always, viewers... Oh, we have one more enemy here. The Test Rider. Evil looking guy. But I'm sure he can't handle a Phantom Rush. If he can, I will actually be somewhat impressed. 9,400 points, wow. Alright, so as always, viewers, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in my next episode. After these random battles. Alright, take care.